Hi guys, it is September 6th, 2024. It is right now 4:11 p.m. Um I know I've overwhelmed you with videos. It was from this past week. If you haven't yet, go see the videos that just got put out. The Jacob's Star, or the Star of Jacob, part 1, part 2, part 3. Okay. Go see those. It has lots of visions, dreams, and words in them. Okay, and all three of those that I was given for this past week. But I was also given something as I went and finished up my last video last night. So the part 3, um, I finished. And so I'm going to be talking about that. So I'm going to be putting this video out as well because I believe it's got to be in a timely manner on this one um, as well. So, again, it is September 6th, 2024, and I'm going to try not to make this long. I'm going to try and go through um, as quick and efficient and what God needs me to say as possible. So these get out. These get out. Okay, so at 4:44 a.m., 4:44, 4:44 a.m. I heard Rikers Island, and I pronounced it Rakers because I don't know what that is, right? Rikers Island, Rikers Island. And let me see. This is how I think I said it. Hold on.
I don't know. For some reason I got Rikers Island.
Rikers Island. So at 4:44, I looked it up, and Rikers Island is in. Well, let me look it up again so I don't say wrong. The only thing that came up is the island in the East River. It has, I guess, the Metropolitan. I don't know. It's showing East River, like Metropolitan Museum of Art, um, Central Park, Solomon. I don't know. I don't know if that's just all places in New York. I have no clue. I've only been there once on a school trip with my daughter, and you just go to places they show you. Um, but that's it. So I don't know anything. Museum of the City of New York. I don't know. Okay, so Rikers Island. Um, and it says Rikers Island is a 413-acre prison island in the East River in the Bronx that contains New York City's largest jail. Okay. Um, and like what it's famous for. Uh, Squat jail buildings behind fencing with razor wire. United States is one of the city's most damning problems. Okay, so for some reason I got Rikers Island. I don't know where to go with for that, so I'm going to leave that there. Okay. Then I received it. That was at 4:44 a.m. Then at 5:00 a.m. I received Barcelona and then New Jersey inmates. Barcelona and then New Jersey and New Jersey inmates. Okay. Okay, so then at 5:08 a.m., I got this. Okay.
I don't know. God knows where. And I said, well, where? And then 600 feet below sea level.
Okay, so if you didn't hear that, I got God knows where. And I asked, well, where? And I got 600 feet below sea level. So then, of course, I go, what's 600 feet below sea level? Okay. And the first thing that came up, and this, I'm going to leave it here as well. Okay. 600 feet below sea level is the elevation of the valley floor in Death Valley, California. Okay. So again, I'm going to read it again. 600 feet below sea level is the elevation of the valley floor in Death Valley, California. Okay. And that's where I'm going to leave that one. So then after that, I did not grab my phone and do this. So I'm just going to say what I remember. I was dreaming, but I was getting words, and it was like crystals, or it reminded me of how uh, um, you say Christ in Spanish or something, right? I'm horrible at that. I'm so sorry. And then I kept getting like to Christ. So you have like two messiahs. We have our Messiah, which is Jesus Christ, and then the Messiah that everyone else is looking for, right? And that's what I kept getting, was like it's like the two Christs, okay? And then at 9:26, I got this 9:26 a.m.
Men today are twice dead, hewn down at the root, like cut down at the root.
Okay, so the verse that goes with that is in the New King James Version. Okay, is what I'm going to read from. And even now the axe is laid to the root of the trees. Therefore, every tree which does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. Okay, that is Matthew 3, verse 10. Okay, so then I had a dream, and you're going to listen to that. That's what you're going to be hearing now.
I just remember I had a dream, and then we were on like on buses or something, and I was trying to talk to this guy, this man, and I was trying to tell him the gospel about just believing in Jesus, and I was talking to him, and it was at nighttime. We were heading somewhere almost at the destination where we had to go, and we're going to be separated or something was going to happen. And I knew that he was going to be around this woman that I knew. And I knew that she didn't believe or something. And so I ran to this box that I had. This like so what I was trying to tell him, he was trying to like find in his Bible, and I was like, read this, like John 3, and then I think like Hebrews or something, or I don't remember what it was. And he was like of a different culture, okay. But he was listening, but he just was like, no, I'll look at it. And he was like, he intently had his Bible open, like reading it and like studying it and trying to write or whatever, and trying to find what I was like saying and things like that. And so his heart, he was really trying to study. Like I could tell he was really trying to study, and I was like, "Is that your Bible? Like, what is it? Let me see." And I took it and I was looking at it. It was this little Bible, and it was like I couldn't read the words because I think it was like in um you know how when you look at like, is it like Chinese letters, Japanese letters or something? Like I just couldn't see. It was like a block and it was all those symbols or something. And but I opened it and I looked at one of the chapters, and I forgot the name of the chapter. I could read the chapter and I was like, this isn't even a book in the Bible. Like I don't understand. And the picture had like this man standing with a dragon, like a dragon serpent, like around him or something, like on the Bible or something. And I was like, oh, and I was like, no, no. And I ran to go try and find some Bibles I had left. And I was trying to look and see which one I should give him. And I wanted to give him another Bible for the woman that I knew that didn't believe, because he was about to see her and I was about to have to leave. Um, or we were about to be separated. And so I found a Bible and something else. I found some other things or something, and I started writing in it with a pen. I was having trouble writing because I was flipping, trying to find where I could write like, um, remember to read this, and um, you know, with love from, and I was going to write my name, my daughter's name, and my son's name in it. And I was writing. Um, uh, I realized that somehow the Bible had gotten turned upside down, and the cross in the Bible was upside down, and I was writing on it, and it shocked me. And I remember thinking, um, the bad spirits are just working against me, you know. And I remember thinking it was like Peter, like crucified on the upside down cross. And I was like, just keep going, it's okay, it's okay. He can flip it over and see it. Just keep going. He can read. He can read the truth. And I was going to take it to him and hand it to him. Um, and I think I walked over to him. And there was so much noise around. I don't remember what it was. There was just so much noise around, and I was like, "Stop it!" Like trying to um, like quiet the noise. And hand him the Bible, like a distraction, a noise or whatever, and hand him the Bible. And that's when I got that. Like I got that word then today, or like, um, you know, what I just said. Um,
Okay, so we were on buses, like Greyhound buses, and we were traveling. I don't know if I felt like I was here. I don't know, but there was all different types of people, and we were traveling, and it was dark. It was dark outside. Um, and you could tell we were coming up to like this carport area, where there was fences and like a carport area, and we were about to be separated onto different, like we were going to go different places, or two different places or something. We were about to be separated. And when I was running back and forth, I was actually like in a room with him. It didn't feel like a bus. So I ran to like another area in the room and grabbed Bibles that I had. It was like out of, I don't know if it was a suitcase or some kind of bat like box I had really quick that had things in it. I was grabbing Bibles that I had left. And um, when I was writing in it, I realized that the Bible, like my Bible, has, the cross on it. So then when I was writing in it, I realized that the spirits working against me had flipped it upside down. And so I was actually dedicating the Bible to him like upside down, right? And it's like they wanted to scare me. And they were like, um, oh, it's how Peter was crucified on the upside down cross. Like, like you're gonna go that way. You're about to go that way, right? And I was like, it's okay. Like, it's okay. It's okay. It doesn't matter. Just keep going. Like, you've got to tell him the gospel. You've got to, like, let him know. You've got to let him know about Jesus and make him understand. It's okay. It doesn't matter. Just keep going. And so I ran back to him, and then I was trying to silence the distraction around and all the noise. And I handed him the Bibles, and the woman that I knew he was going to see, um, she has 3 daughters, and I remember thinking, just at least tell Trisha so she can know and she can be saved. But I think for some reason, I don't know why, but in real life that woman and the daughters, are at least two of them I know, are Christian, like they believe. So even Trisha believes, but I don't know. So I don't know if the name means something. I'm going to have to look at that. um okay. Okay, and when I said that, and I said like Peter in my dream, um uh, God reminded me that the dreams that I put on yesterday, in those uploads of part one, part two, part three, I think it's on the interstellar travel one, the part three, that dream. Um, in my daughter's part of it, in that part of that dream, when she's talking about fire and stuff like that, and the girl, excuse me, the girl, she said, it's like John. And so when she woke up and told me the dream, I was like John. And I said, like the Gospel of John, like we have to read the Gospel of John to kind of see what God's saying. And she said, no, I didn't get that feeling. She goes, I felt like when I said it, it's like John. Um, I was meaning John the Baptist, like how he um, died. It's like John. So that's two dreams now. Like I know it's like tribulation or persecution. Okay, persecution. And one was like it's like John, and one was like it's like Peter. Okay, and she was praying and protecting and helping people come to Jesus as well. Okay, then at 9:45 a.m. I got this.
Matthew 24.
So that's where we're going right now, and I'm going to read that really quick. Like I said, I'm not going to make this long. Um, well, it is kind of a long one, but I'm not going to make this long. Okay. Matthew 24. And Jesus went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to shew him the buildings of the temple. And Jesus said unto them, see ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of the coming and of the end of the world? And Jesus answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and pestilence, and earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And he that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations. And then shall the end come. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet stand in the holy place, whoso readeth, let him understand. Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of the house. Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. But pray ye that your flight be not in winter, neither on the Sabbath day. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Then if any man shall say unto you, Lo, here is Christ, or there, believe it not. For there shall arise false Christ and false prophets, and shall shew great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. Behold, I have told you before. Wherefore, if they shall say unto you, Behold, he is in the desert, go not forth. Behold, he is in the secret chambers, believe it not. For as the lightning cometh out of the east, and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of of Man be. For wheresoever the carcass is there is, I'm sorry, for wheresoever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of heavens shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. Now learn a parable of the fig tree. When his branch is yet tender and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh. So likewise, ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors. We're near. We're near. Know Jesus. Make sure you know Jesus and you're saved. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the days of Noah were, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking and marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Then shall two be in the field, the one shall be taken, the other left. Two women shall be grinding at the mill, the one shall be taken, and the other left. Watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doth come. But know this, that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched, and would not have suffered his house to be broken up. Therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not, the Son of Man cometh. Who then is faithful and wise servant, whom his Lord hath made ruler over his household, to give them meat in due season. It is due season. It is due season. Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. Verily I say unto you, that he shall make him ruler over all his goods. But if that evil servant shall say in his heart, My Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to smite his fellow servants, and to eat and drink with the drunken, the Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour that he is not aware of, and shall cut him asunder, and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Okay, so I started this at 4:44 a.m. All these things I'm showing you, and it's now 4:44 p.m. So and then I'm ending it, which is funny. Okay, but at 2:39 p.m. today, I started writing this. Okay, If they can, okay, listen, and then I'll try and explain a little more maybe, but okay. If they can do it to one, they can do it to all. You're going to have to read in between the lines a little bit there. Closing mosque, then closing all until only one stands. Catholicism. Brother against brother, neighbor against neighbor, nation against nation. Okay, who's our brothers? Who's our neighbors? It's anyone around us. They'll be turning each other in and going against them, right? We're blaming everyone. Yes. Hold on. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying to read. Um, my text is in cursive and it got really loopy. I don't know why. Okay, we're blaming everyone. Yes, grab that race and lock them up, throw them out, put them in camps. Sound familiar? WW1, like, and uh, Pearl Harbor, like what they did to Chinese and to Jews and to right. Sound familiar? We will allow it. Will we allow it? Yes. They let us. We can do this. Then everyone who goes against the one worldview, if it can happen to one, it can happen to you. It will happen to you. My Bible tells me so.